Morning everybody. I want to show you my breakfast that I have pretty much every morning. I've just got back from a dog walk, so I'm pretty hungry. So I'm just going to get all of the bits out. There's quite a lot. So yeah, let's get making it. So this breakfast is a lot of nuts, seeds, fruit. Oh, I don't want to drop these. I haven't got much of that left. Make sure I've got everything. I always forget something. There's always one thing I forget. I think we've got everything. Just set the kettle to boil there. So I really like almonds, but for some reason the skin on these almonds I'm just not loving. So I put like about 9, 10 in a little pot. Just pour a bit of boiling water over them. Fill that back up for my coffee. So I do this every morning. I quite enjoy it actually. It's like my little morning routine that I have. And I'll make it while I'm just kind of planning in my head what I'm going to be doing for the day. I can make it ahead of time, and sometimes I do if I'm going to be in a rush. But usually if I've got a day at home where I'm just working from home, I'll take the opportunity to make it while I'm here. So the first thing I do is start to bloom some chia seeds. I'm going to use a plastic spoon to do the mixing because the metal one's just too noisy. But I have 2 dessert spoons of chia seeds. I get mine from Aldi, they're nice and cheap for a nice big bag. So all I do is put like a splash of water on them. And I mix them constantly for about 30 seconds to a minute. I've noticed when blooming chia seeds, if you just pour some water on them, the seeds that are touching the water will bloom and kind of form like a hard, like sticky layer, and the ones on top stay dry and then they clump. Whereas when you mix them just for a minute, they all get coated evenly and there's no clumps of chia seeds. So you can see there, oops, they've bloomed already. So they've all bloomed there nicely. So I'll add some oat milk. some Greek yogurt. I've been trying to have kefir every day because I'm lactose intolerant, and I heard that kefir is good for making you more tolerant to things, but Aldi don't have any kefir, so I just get Greek yogurt. So just take a nice big spoonful. Stir. Give that a nice stir in. Then it's just a case of adding all my random little things. So first up is desiccated coconut. Then I've got sliced Brazil nuts and toasted almonds. Pecans, my favourite. Dates, usually I get a big fat medjool date and chop that up, but I've just got normal pitted dates at the minute. Brazil nuts, sometimes I'll chuck the Brazil nuts in, sometimes I'll just eat a couple. Really good for selenium. So if you have like 2 to 3 every day, you get your daily intake of selenium, which is good for your immune system. Plus, I love Brazil nuts, but don't eat too many of them, and try not to eat the ones with the chocolate on the morning. I think if you have too many, they can be toxic, so I usually just stick to 2 or 3, and then I will be taking the skin off my almonds when the water cools down. There's no measurements here, I just put in what I feel. I suppose if you were counting your macros, is that the right term? Measuring them, doing something with macros, then you might want to measure out how much you're putting in. I just like to have a big hearty breakfast and hope it gets me through to like 2 o'clock. This water has cooled down enough. So it's literally, you just push it and it slides out the skin. Sometimes I can tolerate almond skin. Other times I'm just, I know it's fibre. Everyone's like, you're getting rid of the fibre. I know, but I'm getting loads of fibre anyway. It's just the almond skin, just, I know, I'm not the biggest fan. Instead of putting my Brazil nuts in there, I'm just going to eat them. And then I've recently learned that dates are really low on the glycemic index. So dates are sugary. So if you want something sweet to eat, dates are great because they don't spike your blood sugar because they're so packed with fibre. And then this morning's fruit is going to be mango. I could just eat this whole thing. I won't, I'll save some for lunch and dinner. But you can put whatever fruit in you like. Sometimes I have blueberries, strawberries, raspberries. Today it's mango though. Love it. Absolutely love it. Mango and passion fruit is one of my favourite combos. So I've just added a little bit of extra oat milk. This is just Aldi's own, the barista style. What's that? Best own brand milk alternative. It's really nice, and this froths up in the milk frother as well. So I've just added some extra milk there because I like it nice and wet. That is it. That is my chia seed pudding. I like it more on the wet side. I know some people probably like it firmer. I really enjoy it this way. I'm going to make a coffee, a nice frothy coffee, and sit and enjoy this. So I boil my water, take my water off, and let's just stick my milk frother. My milk frother does have its own base, but rather than having like two bases, I just use one. Normally I've got Nescafe sachets, but I don't, so I'm just using Gold Blend with some light brown sugar. So currently in the milk frother is lactose-free milk, so it's cow's milk that's got lactase enzymes in it. I still like it in my coffee. I'm slowly moving over to almost all oat, but when it's frothy, this froths, but it doesn't froth as well as this. You'll see why. So I'm just heating. Oh, I think we're done. So I put that in there, then I go straight back in with some more oat. So that's about done now. You can see it's still nice and frothy, just not as much. This always reminds me of, you know, Kid and Play. There, perfect. Doesn't go anywhere. Just stays right on the top. Okay, so that is my breakfast. I'm going to sit here and plan what I am going to do for the day, which will probably be recording or editing. I hope you enjoyed this